Jackson.
Really bad shot.
But then a takeaway by Walton. Finds Pierre Jackson, allows the flyby, scoops and finishes.
Inside. He's out here handling the ball. And
Austin the rebound off the Woodbury miss. Here comes Pierre Jackson the other way. Stop and go. Tried to feed one to Jefferson. Tapped around. Austin has it. Out to Jackson. He's got a three.
Pass away from the defense. You hit that right on the head.
27 games now in double figures for Aaron White. He's only a sophomore, as the future is very bright for the Hawkeyes next year as well. Jackson, straightaway three. Knocks it down.
So now he ran the offense. So jammed up around the lane. But if Baylor doesn't let up here, see, I'm not all that shocked with Austin being way out on the floor. It takes too long to get back.
Jackson, NBA three goes down.
Wow.
Home that lasted 2 years. A couple of years ago, Baylor won a tight one in Waco, or rather in Provo, and then this year BYU visited Baylor, and now after the timeout.
Didn't he? And there was no doubt what he was going to do. Fumble it or no fumble it. He was jacking. Dude, how about that? Change of direction.
Wow. Jackson hits a three.
A little aggressively. These kids are good at reading it. Pretty good footwork there. Really good footwork. Jefferson was there, but wasn't going to make a play. I'm telling you, Coach.
We'll see who makes it to Thursday night in the NIT final. Davies with the left hand. No good. Tipped around. Jefferson has the rebound.
A pretty good offensive move, too. Real comfortable going right shoulder. No, he does like that left.
Pierre Jackson hits a triple.
He gets and ran back. Didn't get involved. Need him on the floor. Using a little clock here.
Jackson holding off Carlino. Shot clock down to 8. Jackson creates some space. And drills the jumper.
That was big. Slowing it down now. Coach Bryce had a great year this year, so he and his dad, Homer, out in Detroit. Pretty good basketball family, huh?
Oh, great basketball family. His sister was the all-time leading scorer at Toledo. She still is or not, but I do know Archibald's the last guy to lead the NBA in assists and score.
Pierre Jackson from the corner.
Here we go.
Hits a three.
Here we go.
He's throwing the game bats, and the rebound, Gary Franklin and Baylor. Pierre Jackson ties the game. Providence has hit just one of their last 7 from the field. Bruce Bello creates a turnover.
Mentioned that's why Bruce Bello's in there for that aggressive defense.
Jackson hits the pull-up.
Toledo is going to be an outstanding player. He's sitting out to get to academics. How about this guy?
Bryce Cotton heating up. He now has 6. And we are tied. 4:10 to go in the half. The other reason why they got hot down the stretch, their defense really picked up. Absolutely. Twice this year, Council put up 16. He did it in the first round of the NIT against Charlotte.
I like the fact that both teams have played like it's a one-possession game. It's just the early moments of the second half. Taya Dunn has done a good job on Pierre Jackson to this point.
Jackson a pull-up 3. Oh, a pretty shot by Pierre Jackson.
Boy, Bats, Council, and Cotton have done a really good job. 19, 18, and 18 between those guys.
Pierre Jackson puts Baylor assists in that game. Baylor approaching 3 minutes without a field goal. Pierre Jackson to the basket, count it, and 1.
I know are fond of each other. Pierre Jackson actually went and stayed at his dorm room this summer. But there's no love once the game starts, though.
Ooh, my!
That's really where Baylor has fallen asleep is the interior defense. Early on in the first 8 minutes, they're going to get that early look, but now the State's able to pierce that defense down.
Oh, almost a steal, a lazy pass, and it is turned over. Jackson got it!
With the way that he's taking the big shots for the Sun Devils and knocked them down, he's a player that doesn't have a problem embracing and taking over the moment. And he's playing exceptionally well in that second half.
We've got 5 lead changes in this one. Jackson, 3 ball.
Career sacks, now a high school coach in Louisiana.
An early 20-point lead. Make that 23.
Go here in the first half. It's been all Baylor. Nasty firing away. Gathers with the board.
Jackson with the stare down jumper. And another 3.
Because the team was picked second and finished 6th. But what he did was historic. Lead the conference in scoring and assists.
Here he comes on the fast break. Nobody stopped the ball.
I got an
iPhone and
I got
iPad. Yeah, you can follow it. And
that's another good look. Corey Jefferson not ready for it.
Jackson from the corner. Splashdown.
As an all-conference performer, but he certainly has been as good as anyone in this league this season.
I still go back to what Trent Johnson, the coach at TCU, told us a couple of months ago about how good a job the Cowboys coaching staff have done of turning Markel Brown from just not playing through his legs, but being a total basketball player. And Pierre Jackson throws one up on
This offense.
Forte again. No.
Heat check.
Yeah. Jackson. First time he's really penetrated and lead by 18 at halftime. So it's Baylor with the ball first, as Brendan just said. First 5 minutes. We'll see if Baylor comes out with any energy at all. They went 0 for 13, Reed, in the first half from three-point range.
Well, it doesn't take much analysis. They shot 25% from the floor, 0 from three-point land, and had 1 assist in the first half. It's about as bad as you can be offensively.
Jackson trying to get free. Shot clock down to 9. Haven't really done anything yet. Jackson pulls back for a 3. Got it. First 3 of the game.
Defensive stops right now. And on offense, he said, we're not playing together at all. Guys, we have got to start playing together. Let's be a team here.
Well, you know, Travis Ford telling Holly coming off at halftime, this game's not over. We have not won this game, and he was exactly right.
You know what it tells me about all of this is energy matters.
Yeah,
mental attitude matters. Jackson counted and won. First field goal for Oklahoma State in forever.
Corey Jefferson acted like he had 4 fouls on that play, and he's only got 2.
Fadeaway jumper by Pierre Jackson.
All Pierre Jackson. Why can't we get a stop? Move your darn feet. They changed how they're going to play some of the screens and how they're going to ice certain picks. But it's all Pierre Jackson, and he does it again.
Hand for LeBron Nash.
Nash couldn't buy a bucket in the first half. He can't miss in the second. Jackson goes in, though. A 4-point lead for the Cowboys. Jackson for 3. Got it!
Oh, man.
Line. More points than any freshman in Kansas history. Yeah, that includes Danny Manning.
There have been some good ones as well when you think about it. Darnell Valentine, Paul Pierce.
Oh, Jackson able to elude Griffey and lay it in. Nice move.
2.
Perry Ellis with another bucket. He's got 4. 1-point game.
I'm not sure when UCLA won those titles, it was a 16-team field, but 32 teams.
Baylor right now on the outside, according to our own Joe Lenardi. Jackson, little step back. Soft.
I'll tell you, John, he's had
a really good rebounder as the freshman tracks that down. Oh, that was from deep, Pierre Jackson.
I'm going to say this now. You can take
now. Relaford, Withy, and Young on the bench. Pierre Jackson has scored Baylor's last 7 points.
What you love about that is he got his teammates involved early with some easy baskets first. He's got to be careful not to pick up that second foul.
Jackson going to work, shot clock winding down right at the rim. 9 in a row. Kansas within 2. Baylor really needs a win here this afternoon. Shot clock at 10. Jackson. Oh, high off the glass, and it'll go.
What he did was he jumped into Whitney. In college basketball than that guy, John. There's so little movement. There's so little that can go wrong with his shooting stroke.
A.J. Walton now wandering into the paint. Jackson, that little floater. That's the move that you like from little guys.
It's Ohio State twice, a couple times, other times during the season.
Kansas within 10. For Baylor, it's been the Jackson and Jefferson show. Corey Jefferson, Pierre Jackson. And there's Pierre Jackson hitting a 3. Jackson with the takeaway. And lays it in. Pierre Jackson. McLemore had it ripped away by Jackson. Jackson running it with and rolls it in. Wow. Johnson from deep. And Jackson with a hesitation move. Oh, my goodness. And inside, Trailer can't finish. Jackson to poke away. Jackson left-handed lays it in. What a game.
I'd call timeout right now if I were Scott.
Basketball.
No, that's not a good shot by Jonathan Holmes.
And the 3 ball. He's the hot hand for the Longhorns, and they lead at 12-9. 7 points.
If I were Texas, Brent, I'd put all those set plays in my back pocket, and I'd run high pick and roll for Kabongo until Baylor figures out a defensive scheme.
Here's Austin. Jackson, the 3 ball. That's his second one, who's been missing in action for the Horns. Bit of doghouse.
Yes, yeah. You could. He was so far in there for a few games you couldn't smell him.
Rose cut off. Jackson off that bench, knocks it. Lost by McClellan that time on the pass, and here comes that speed.
Very much so, because he's a threat to shoot that 3, Brent. He realized that.
11 points for the Papa Petru.
I think that Chandler Parsons comparison is a good one.
Moving Jackson to the left, and he's able to see him put it on the deck and attack.
Why not? Over 160 free throw attempts this year.
Knocked away by eBay. Got a great reach, great wingspan. Goes over on the little guy, and Jefferson. He's a strong rebounder for Baylor. He could lead him back into the thick of this. Jackson pull it up, knock it down. Wow.
Jackson finds Heslop. He lets it fly again. He hit 3 threes to begin the game. Now he's missed 2 in a row. But Jackson hits his first 3 of the game.
K-State didn't recover very well. Maybe the second time, fake pass, but don't give that guy a thought. Very good cut right there.
And on the inbounds, bounced in by Heslop. It's Jackson. Team on the bubble right now, the tournament. Would love a win on their home floor over a ranked team. K-State right now 13 in the nation. K-State trying to keep up with Kansas atop the Big 12 standings. They need a win to do that.
Rodriguez set up well defensively that time to take away that pass on the lane.
And Rodriguez nearly creating a steal, but it bounced right to Jackson, who hits a 3. Well, Austin is shaken up.
Huge, more than trying to get a quick breakaway. let's just keep the ball. Let's have the ball so we can do something with it rather than have to make some kind of a Otto Graham type pass.
Rodriguez kind of holding his left wrist after diving for that out of bounds. And here's Jackson nailing a three.
Sophomores on that guard court.
And he said, I've been embarrassed about this team since the very first game when they lost to Gonzaga by the score of 84-50.
Now, a lot of times when coaches throw out that coach speak, you can't take them literally for what they're saying. They're just trying to send messages to that basketball team, trying to get them to perform like they can.
Exactly. Gather is really bottled up. Finally gives it off to Heslip with still plenty of time on the shot clock. Jackson will reset the offense. Jackson pulls up a three-pointer. Got it. Pierre Jackson. And a pickoff. A.J. Walton, who had 3 fouls in the first half, had to sit behind the back to Pierre Jackson.
And it was really big. He wants you to play. You're not going to play. And he's going to win with you or without you, but you're going to play his basketball style.
Harris continues to play well in this game. Aaron Harris now with 16 points. Games decided by 5 points or less. We asked him if there's a common denominator in all that, and he said really it's free throws. When we don't shoot well from the line, we lose.
On Watch ESPN. Couldn't get much better than that at this time of year. The 47 points that Oklahoma scored in the first half here today is their most in a half in any game this year.
Baylor only gives up 64 points a game. Good Oklahoma's been offensively. That would help them. And he got as you guess, a very warm reception when he was introduced to the crowd. Anyway, I would like to point out that Clark Cook comes to shoot around in jeans and street shoes.
Loved it.
I enjoyed that tremendously. Casual shirt.
3-point afternoon for Clark, all from the foul line. Jackson.
Where was this?
All right, do you want to make the call?
You sponsor.
You've got all the numbers.
Second it.
Okay.
So that's, you suggested the basket does count. It's a 3-point for them because they get the ball and they get 1 free throw.
Austin came back in the Baylor lineup. Now Jackson. Wow. Wow.
Tough move. That's a lot.
And here's another thing. As you see Osby score, they have played fewer home games, I think, than anyone in the country. Jackson points of a half after scoring 17 before the intermission.
All right, so Grooms' free throw percentage went from 57 to 67 in 1 day. That's suitable to take as an at-large when you start. The resumes get awfully close together there at the end. And so they've got to try and do something dramatic here in these last couple of weeks.
Corey Jefferson has come to play tonight early.
He's a terrific player. He was in foul trouble in their first matchup up in Ames. Wasn't as effective due to those fouls.
Jackson using the ball screen. Lucius. Short on that, and look out. Here he comes, but stopped by Corey Lucius because Jackson so hard to defend in transition like that.
Fred Hoiberg talked a lot.
1 point lead for Baylor. Look out. I'm telling you, Matt, there are times back in the BCS Power 6 leagues. The last to do it was Jason Terry of Arizona in 1999, and now he gets a steal. Oh! It goes in! It's a three-pointer for Pierre Jackson.
And scores. They had Jackson. He's 5'10". The problem with Baylor is they go from guards to post players. They don't have small forwards or undersized power forwards that can match up with the versatile bigs of Iowa State.
Cyclones in a 10-2 run. They lead by 2.
Iowa State going zone. Fred Hoiberg played a little zone against Texas, but he doesn't love it.
Well, Rose doesn't shoot it from 3. Jackson.
Tough, strong pull-up.
Iowa State's best defensive stand of the night. And Lucius in transition. Here comes the Roadrunner. And an and one opportunity. Creative,
Strength is a little thin, obviously, and I think that contact really bothers him in the side. That's why he's, well, you know, taking the ball outside and shooting jumpers.
They back off Walt. Jackson, a terrific ball fake and a three. 18.
Lucius played with it too much. Get it in there right away.
And Jackson right to the goal, zooming around bad. Clyburn, maybe not the best shot of the game for Iowa State. Jackson slithers and uses with McGee, too short of his career high.
Not a whole lot of defense being played here.
And and one opportunities, Pierre.
Pick and roll defense when Jackson has the ball. Here we are.
And Jackson just goes around everybody like a 20 points, 2 under his career high.
The worst foul shooter out there for Iowa State is Niang, who's shooting 66%.
Baylor down 8, 69 seconds to go. Wow, Pierre Jackson's got 28. Baylor a look, but good patience.
Irving took it, and look at Gathers. He's just got about everything you want in a rebounder. Look at Jackson.
My goodness, that is
Great look by Magruder. I thought he was going to take that shot.
6 different Wildcat to score in this first half.
Jackson.
Jabari Hines has been hot here in the first half. He's up to 8. He's made 4 of 5 from the field. Jackson for 3. And now the offense picks up. Baylor back on top. Takes the long walk in the opposite direction.
Believe me, Coach Huggins looked down the bench and didn't see anybody that he could put in, or he would have in that situation.
Walton picks up his dribble, finds Jackson on a backdoor cut.
That allows him to be the assist leader in the Big 12.
A steal by Jackson. Avoids contact. Largest lead of the night for Baylor.
In the lineup now by Gary Franklin, the junior transfer there. This is Franklin right here.
And Brad, what he'll say is, Coach, I was open. And what the coach will say, there's a reason. Yes, a big reason why you were open, buddy.
Jackson. He was too open.
There's a hole in the Tech defense with regards to Brady Haslip today.
And Austin, another big rebound. No, that's exactly what I meant. Jackson knew Haslip was open, and then Jackson's feeling.
And you're looking at Jay Crockett, a player that this is his 13th 3. Brady Haslip in conference play has now hit 18 threes. So that's the big dearth for Texas Tech. They don't have that weapon from the three-point line.
Baylor does.
Ouch. See, one thing about big men when you can shoot, it's the gift and a curse. Sometimes with Isaiah, it can be more of a curse because not too many guys can do what he can do in the...
Anna's. A good pass by Tapso, but look at Jefferson on the floor. And we hope Jefferson...
Skill set, but worked his tail off, was patient. He's really come and been an effective post presence for Baylor.
Pierre Jackson able to use some English.
Sure, may not see much time in the second half. Isaiah Austin had Deuce Bello wide open in the corner, just reluctant to give it up.
5 to shoot. Jackson fades away. That rainbow jumper goes. LeBron Nash has it taken away. Here's Jackson ahead of the field. Forte can't make the block. Of the game for Oklahoma State as a team.
That is a confident young man.
Jackson tries to answer and does.
It's rarely seen.
How about the find from Marcus Smart, but a good job of contesting the shot on the dunk attempt by Austin. Jackson the other way for three. Got it! What a turnaround.
See it, not just 7'1".
Jackson off the Brown miss. Penetrates with the left hand around Smart. Corey Jefferson. Brown the other way. Knocked away, and Austin has it. In the corner, Jackson. He's got a three.
And open for a reason.
That three won't go early in the shot clock for Marcus Smart. Jackson, he'll try again. He's got another.
Second assist of the night for Lucius. And 4 points for Niang. From the corner, knocked down by Pierre. Three-man officiating crew. Jackson pulls up a three. Good. Well, if he gets hot. First foul on Babb. Catch and shoot off the inbounds.
When it dies in a player's hand, you end up with a shot just like that.
Step back missed by Lucius. Jackson, the pull-up, it's a two. Good. His sixth rebound there. Jackson. Paolo, by the way, played 3 minutes in the first half, playing in his third game since coming back. Here's Jackson. Runs by Paolo. Edgin trying to help.
Point guard. And Fred Hoiberg used him as that.
Jackson says take that right out of the timeout.
36 points in the paint. They took advantage to the basket.
And here he goes on the Autobahn with the dribble.
5 guys get ahead of the ball.
He just beat everybody down the floor. Rough night for Jackson. He'll try it again. Boom.
That's on.
He's one under his season high.
The Sooners are wearing out that play because big guys are not used to being screened and having to chase shooters.
Jackson, a corner three.
Ball and the poise with which he shoots, it's incredible.
The Baylor's got to get Pierre Jackson. Jackson.
In a lot of other leagues like the SEC.
But Iowa State, oh, there's a steal by Jackson. He was trying to get it in. Not before a steal by Walt. Jackson tips it in.
30 feet from the basket and opening up the court to a guy like Jackson.
Jackson right to the rack.
Green gives it up for McKinney. Getting point-blank range, they just can't get anything to drop.
That's just the length of Isaiah Austin able to bother that shot.
Now three-pointer and
team, your margin for error is really minuscule, and TCU isn't playing right now with that type of execution to do that.
Jackson with a quick burst of speed. High off the glass. Pierre first half and let TCU go on a bit of a run at the end of the first half to get this close. Pierre Jackson out there along with A.J. Walton, who's got the ball now. Rico Gathers is starting in the place of Isaiah Austin in the second half. We'll see if Austin even plays here in the second half.
For Baylor, they just want to sustain that type of intensity they had in the first half, get that continuity, and come out of here with the win.
Shot clock is down to 9. Gathers has to give it up. Jackson pulls the trigger on a three and buries it with Austin for 3.
And that's where Austin is effective at that trail 4. He's hit that. They're looking for an arrangement where they weren't going to poach schools from each other's rankings. That's what I always thought you were going to talk about.
Now here's Walton with the ball. Jackson is back in there.
A.J. Walton's kind of dominating the ball. He needs to pass it too much in one hand.
And Jackson pulls up for three.
Run Jackson over earlier in the season. He has gotten foul trouble in the last couple of games. He took what the defense gave and pulled up nicely. A very interesting matchup for Jackson today. Look at that.
Off the three-ball. Heslop chasing Forte. Brown on a runner off the side of the glass. And back comes Jackson quickly for Baylor.
See that defense right there? And Marcus Smart moved his feet.
Look at him switch behind a player. Here comes Jackson on the deck, and he'll pull it up. He couldn't get back to him.
Strapping athletic guys, and they said, how'd you like to do security for the speech tomorrow? And they said, sure. So here's what happened.
A long time. I just find that so very remarkable, and Smart almost at the steal. Jackson's got it back, and we're going to update that story even further, because guess who talked to Raveling a short time ago? Holly Rowe. Well, let's watch this action, and then we'll pick it up and get an update. One of the most famous speeches in the history of this country. And the boys are going to have to regroup again like they did in the first half, Fran.
Well, I think so. Now, Smart's got the only one foul, so he's guarding Jackson.
Here's Jackson keeping on, coming on the inside, and finishes 5 straight
times. Oklahoma State.
3:47 to go. 55-47. Jackson, a huge. Jefferson with another one. Rutherford did get back. They know how tough Jackson is. He'll take the long bomb. Drop.
In practice, we saw him get on Perry Ellis about playing tougher.
Jackson floats one in.
Pick up foul number 3.
Bears have not scored a field goal since the 7-minute mark, but that ends right there.
Baseline.
Went up for the shot. Bello was right in his hip pocket. Ahead to Jackson. He'll lay it in for the Bears. Back.
But there's got to be close to 9,000 here. Baylor's defense continuing.
Austin with the drive, and again, the ball never made it to the rim. Austin to Bello. Drives in. Saved inbounds by Pierre Jackson. What a spectacular save by the senior point guard.
Well, he's a highlight reel if there ever has been.
Don't blink or you'll miss something from Pierre Jackson. Now he drives, lays it in with the left hand.
Well, beautiful job. Did not get the bounce off the glass he was looking for.
And the Bears take it the other way. Walton to Jackson. Open three is good from the left side.
Nice matchup of Trency Jackson against Pierre Jackson, seeing if he can limit his touches and his shots.
Is that a sign that Texas Tech wants to take him out by putting Trency Jackson on him?
Yeah, and you can see also because they're not doubling the post, so they're not going to leave any of those perimeter players open.
Tough three knocked in by Pierre Jackson.
Jay Crockett is so versatile. He's nearly 60% from the field, but showing his range tonight with 2 3-point shots.
Smooth jump. Here's Jay Crockett again. Missing on the baseline. Rico gathers, clears. And Baylor looks to push.
Corey Jefferson with that over 7-foot wingspan greatly affected that, and then
trip before they were bounced by Kentucky.
But I think the thing that you have to like about what Scott Drew has done at Baylor is that this team here, only 2 other teams lost more than the Baylor Bears last year. Kentucky, 6 guys to the draft. North Carolina, 4 first-rounders to the.
There's another steal by the Baylor Bears. Here Jackson open 3, knocks it down in transition.
You got my man. That makes sense?
Absolutely. I'm not guarding anybody, I'll tell you that. One thing right now for Baylor with Walton and Jackson on the court, effectively 2-point guards, and then Jackson able to drill.
Hand grenade sometimes, John, and they got to be patient and move the ball. Now Jackson back with 2, so he's got to play cautiously.
Inside, Pierre Jackson flips it up and it close.
We talked about Austin Crozier. You can see some of that in this young freshman from San Antonio. Some people compare him to Connor Atchley, who gave Rick Barnes a lot of quality minutes in his career.
Jackson, a little fade away, gets it to go.
Point guards Rick Barnes has had, starting with T.J. Ford, and of course DJ Augustine. some others, Daniel Gibson, Avery Bradley, not really a point guard, but you get the idea. When you have a guy playing well at the point, it looks like you're well coached.
Jackson weaving into traffic. Kevin Pangos rims out the pull-up three, and Austin with another rebound for the Bears. Pretty drive to the basket by Pierre.
An All-American, he's excellent in transition.
Elias Harris missing the three. Rico gathers the rebound. Baylor pushes. Pull up. Pierre Jackson hits again.
Kelly Olynyk for the layup.
Give the bucket to Olynyk, who has 7. There's Pierre Jackson again down the lane. It's here's a three. Knocked down. Pierre.
Nearly a waste of, tried to go off the back there and he completely missed.
Pierre Jackson open. Knocks it down.
Some players gaining strength. He obviously has long arms, 7 foot, 3.5-inch wingspan. He uses it there to block Elias Harris's shot.
Back-to-back threes. Brady Heslip. Too strong on the three. But Baylor keeps it alive. Pierre Jackson fires, and it's 30 for Pangos. Pierre Jackson fouled and one. Final 20 seconds. Pierre Jackson. And a strong effort for Baylor. Headed for their fourth loss of the year.
Brandon Davies took his time on that one. Baylor's choosing to guard him one-on-one. And he finishes over the 7'1" freshman.
21-14 BYU, nearly midway through this first half. Austin doubled. Jackson catch and shoot three.
I'll tell you what, that's great.
Leans in, the contact with the 7-footer, it takes it away.
Well, when you're going into a guy that's 7'1", you don't know what to do. I should have pulled up and shot the jump shot.
Jackson a long two, got it. Able to get it back, but he's triple team and stolen by Jackson. There he goes, in transition and scoring.
Dave Rose kick. Davies that are climbing the boards. They got 4 guards in now right now, and they're going zone. I don't really understand this with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go, being down like they're down. This is almost like throwing in the towel.
Baylor will be happy to eat some of the clock.
Well, now they're going to go man-to-man late just because I complained.
Jackson driving and scoring with 7 on the shot clock.
Coming off a great game against Lamar. Here's a steal by Walton. 2-on-1 break to Pierre Jackson, who lays it in. Off in check. Jumper right side is off.
Nice
Mark
block out. Boy, that's a nice block out by Isaiah Austin. Picture perfect.
On the run, Jackson to Heslip.
Good kick out by Corey Jefferson.
Jackson's three, there it is, by 4. That is their largest lead of the night. Jackson popping another 3, and he hit it. Blessing finds an opening, shot no good. Loose ball tipped out on the run. Pierre Jackson, runner in the paint. Banks it, no good, got his own mid. Green, floater, no good. Austin the rebound to Pierre Jackson. Up the floor, Heslip. Back to Jackson. Jackson, 19-footer is good. Walton with the steal, and he saves it inbounds to Jefferson. Jefferson to Pierre Jackson, and he lays it in. Top of the key, ball in the hands of Stan Brown, then stolen away. Pierre Jackson, layup is good at the other end.
Nice job by Pierre.
So instead, just inbounding on the baseline. Lob it inbounds to Corey Jefferson, and the Bears set up their offense. Pierre Jackson wide open. The 3 is good from the right corner.
Well, Pierre Jackson wanted to see, John, there's another defender leaving his feet. The ball, Lamar Cardinal driving by him. Somebody has to come and help, and they get the easy layup.
27-15 to score. Wide open 3, right corner is good by Pierre Jackson. Jackson drives, kicks, Heslip's 3, no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Austin, dropped it off for Pierre Jackson, and he scoops it up and in.
John, that last kick out by Pierre far here in this first half of action.
They're shooting at 46% at this point in the first half. Brady Heslop gives the ball to Pierre Jackson. Has an opening, hits another three.
Think Pierre Jackson's feeling it?
I think so.
Time Lamar had 8 turnovers to 4 for the Bears.
Pierre Jackson holds on to the ball, gives it back between the rings to A.J. Walton. Heslop running on the baseline. Walton. Drive cut off. Jackson three in for Pierre Jackson.
Nice job by Pierre.
Rebound Corey Jefferson.
Yeah, nice hands by Corey Jefferson that time.
Jackson behind the screen of Austin. He's hit another three. Great performance by Austin this evening. Inbounds pass to Corey Jefferson. Now to Brady Heslop. 3 seconds different in the shot clock and the game clock. Bears can almost wind out the final seconds of this game.
Well, after being off for 8 days and going through final exams, this is a good win for the Baylor Bears. Obviously still have things to work on.
Pierre Jackson pull up 17-footer is good.
The men's program in pretty good shape now with Scott Drew, as they have gone to the Elite 8 twice in the last 3 years. And that is unheard of success for Baylor men's basketball.
You see both teams starting to heat up after the cold start.
Jackson steps back and keeps the hot shooting going. That's a long two.
Much more confident offensively. What Coach Carmody was saying today. So he's got the nice size at 6'6", can play a few different positions. Right now playing the 4 position for Northwestern.
Backdoor cut. Jackson pulls up. And again, a friendly rim.
Should go to the rim off penetration or via the pass.
Oh my, good lay in, Pierre Jackson.
Without squaring the defense up.
Jackson on his way to the goal with a finger roll. Austin thought about forcing one.
Baylor just looks
Jackson for three. Got it!
Arkansas with the steal and the dunk. Jackson right back, wasting no time to answer.
For shot blocking, he's long, he's athletic, he's got an excellent motor. Not quite as polished offensively as Davis was a year ago. As there's a three-pointer. Kentucky has to continue to move the ball and get quality looks.
Numbers for Baylor and Jackson. Wiltshire fires it. Walton. Numbers aren't there. We'll go to the wing. Franklin on the floor for Baylor.
2 Kentucky players took themselves out of the play by going to the ground.
And it's down to 3. Bears with 3 straight trips with a turnover. Coming unhinged here in the last couple of minutes. Jackson will calm things down.
Difference between your freshman year and your sophomore year. Sophomore year, all of a sudden the game slows down, and that's what the game has done for Phil Green.
He's got 19. Jackson, if at first you don't succeed. Jackson catching fire from 3. Pointer. Great job defensively by Baylor. Gathers, deflects it, and gives it to Jackson for the layup.
We saw them in the first half against Baylor. And Bob, you and I, we sat here, we were amazed about the performance of Ryan Anderson.
Jackson with the run out. Here's Walton the other way. Baylor by 2, 8 minutes left in the half. Kick out Pierre Jackson, deep 3. And Xavier Johnson loses the handle. Lead pass to Jackson. When he gets a step on Bello, great body control.
He's so strong with the basketball, and Deuce Bello did everything right defensively right there.
Jackson takes it. This rebound pulled down by Austin.
You know, also in this game, Dennis Clifford, you know, was averaging around 9 points and about 6 rebounds. As you're seeing, once again,
when he was a senior at Grace Prep Academy.
Going under again. I don't know why they're going under screen and rolls. Roll and force somebody else to beat you other than Pierre Jackson.
Another steal. 7-0 Baylor run, looking for more.
This is going up. That's a heat check. You know what's going up.
Outside to Jeff Stubbs. Back outside to Sidney Coleman. Shot no good on the run out. Pierre Jackson looks for Gathers instead. Takes it himself, and his shot on the 18-footer right side that is no good. Follow shot blocked by Corey Jefferson. Tipped out. A.J. Walton on the run out. 2-on-1 break. Layup good.
Played the defense perfectly.
Bears with 22 of their 25 points in the paint. Here come 2 more. The steal by Eddie Gregory.
It was a problem for the Tigers a year ago to score. They only averaged 56 points a game. They're at 14 here with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. They've got to find some offense.
Heslop feeds Walton. Walton to Jackson. Puts the ball on his hip. Drives. Layup. Good. First. Right, quite the road warriors. They'll play their first home game till January 6th against Alcorn State.
That's right. You look at the teams they're playing, and they're running the gauntlet. Washington, go on the road. Like you mentioned, not a home game for the first couple of months. A nice job playing in front of Reedus. The ball comes down low to him, and Jackson was there to come over from weak side help and make a play on it.
Alcorn State.
You know, the idea there is, a nice block by Corey Jefferson. Baylor off to the races. Pierre Jackson executed any better than that.
5th block of the day individually by Corey Jefferson, junior out of Killeen. Here's Jackson on the curl, the 3.
He's really dangerous.
27-15, driving layup is no good by Holden Griner. There's rebound. Jackson runs, layup, good, and he's fouled.
That is the fault of the person for whom he is setting the screen. You've got to set your guy up, and if you don't do that properly, Griner in this case called for a foul just because he's not able to get the screen set.
3 by Pierre. And here is Lehigh quick at the other end. Shot no good by Schaefer. Bears keep their foot on the pedal. Drive. Pierre Jackson, the scoop.